Well, back on the beach as I said we would be, and it's Wednesday. My video goes live tonight at 7. Click on it if you like, and if you like it, please subscribe. We're at Nevertown. I weren't going to fish here, didn't want to really fish here, but I'm chuffed I'm here now. The beach is raked up quite steep with shingle. We've got a 7.44 tide. I have seen an 8.1 I think this week, or an 8 metre tide, so hopefully we'll be fishing in some deep water. Today we were going to go to Silloth. Got up late, and the reason we got up late, not too late, but we were just dragging our heels a bit, because yesterday we walked round St Bees Head, walked all the way to Flizzick Bay, walked back, walked round the next corner past the lighthouse, went down the chains. I found the chains. I wouldn't fish that. I would climb down it with some sticky shoes on and some 2 hands, but not with your fishing gear. Too dangerous. And I then found another get down, and I got all the way down and I was on the rocks at the bottom. Very high cliffs at St Bees, as you know, and today we're feeling it because we aren't spring chickens anymore. So I wanted an easy day's fishing. We were going to go to Silloth, got up late, feeling a bit tired, thighs ache, feet ache, you know, so we were driving to Silloth, and I just said we ain't got enough time. I want to have a chilled out fishing session, really. That's what it's about. I'm not here to target huge fish. If I catch a fish, fantastic. But I just want to, do you know, Pet, I reckon that there, that ain't the drain. I reckon that's for if the tide comes up there, instead of hitting this bank up there, where these new rocks are for the railway line, I reckon that's to take the heat out of the sea. That's what I think, anyhow. Probably wrong. Anyhow, just wanted to come fishing, so I decided I was driving past St Bees and I turned down here to go to Nevertown. I've seen Earl fish Nevertown. That was in winter, I believe, or it was a cold day and he forgot his coat. I ain't got my coat, but it's lovely and sunny and it's August. This week's weather has been absolutely fantastic. Rain on Saturday at Silecroft. Since then, it's been great. And it goes on into next week, I think. It's a shame, but we're here for a bit longer. And I might fish Flizzick Bay, because when we walked it, it weren't too bad getting to there. But I ain't gonna fish the actual bay because there was just loads of people sunbathing and doing what they want to do, you know, what you should do on a beach. I think you can nip round the corner and fish off the rocks there, so that's what I'm heading on. Reduce all my gear down, 1 rod. The mark that I went to yesterday and got down to the shoreline, I'm gonna fish that. But there's all lobster pots out just where you want to cast, so that ain't very good, is it? They could go out a bit further, but they're going to put the pots where the lobsters are, aren't they? So, and anyhow, I want to bring a shorter rod for there, so I'm going to bring one of my Icon rods, my old Icon rods that I've done up, and a fixed bill, so I can get the weight up and reel like crazy. And it'll be less to carry as well. It's shorter. I can strap it around my tripod, so I can use my tripod as like a walking stick as well, because they got points on the end. So yeah, this is Nevertown. I'll give you a show. But I'm only giving you a show round because there's no women about in their bikinis. If there was women on there with the bikinis, then I wouldn't show you until they're gone. That's the railway line up there. That's the wife. Hello, wife. There's wifey. And yeah, it looks like they've had to do some repair work there. They've got a drain there. Now that drain could be for draining off the land. But they've got more repair work there going on. Look, they've put all the netting and that down for the bank, and then they obviously put the granite rocks over the top. But the tide can't come up to that far because these houses would be obliterated. So anyhow, don't listen to me, I'm just showing you Nevertown. My van's parked over there in the car park, and we've walked all the way down there. This out here should be sand with a few rocks about. Over to the right there where you can see the rocks, there's a little tiny bay there onto sand you can fish, but I can't do that because there's some people sunbathing there. They've got the children there, and they've been going in all the rock pools, which are gone now. So that would be a good mark, exactly where they are, in front of that house. I've said that, Tom, so that when I watch this video back, I'll remember it for next year. So leave this bit in, Tom. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's flat calm. As some people have been saying quite a lot, like just lately, flat as a witch's tit. But I don't think I've ever seen a witch portrayed on telly without a pair of bristles. Because a flat witch's tit, that's not attractive, is it? So where does this saying, flat as a witch's tit, come from? That's what I'd like to know, because every witch I've seen on telly's got great big bristles. So yeah, leave a comment below. Isn't that right, Petty? You ever seen one? No, you ain't, have you? And neither have I. Haha. Not that I look. I've just caught a seagull. Bring that camera with you, please.
So it's untangled itself. Just wanted to see me try and walk down the slope.
Got the camera on?
Yeah.
Put it in the back screen, hon. Baits are gone.
Baits are gone. You caught that.
Baits are gone already.
You caught that weed fish.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
You can see me.
Yeah.
I don't think your camera skills are up to it. I always worry with you.
Well, I'm not. I meant to sit here and relax. I'm not meant to be working.
Meant to sit here and relax. Right, it's now. Look, if I go like that. Yeah.
You're in.
Yeah, now it's in. Right, so I literally casted this out 2 minutes ago, and I've got no bait. So it looks like it might be Crab Fest day. The issue we had, you're not pointing at me, Dan, can you watch your camera?
I am
you
pointing.
Are not.
You're right. You're right there.
You're wiggling about.
You're right there.
Seagull flew into my... Right, thank you. Seagull flew into me line. You're going that way all the time.
You are in it.
No, I'm not.
You're right in the middle.
God, you're like Alfred Christie, whoever he is. Anyhow, seagull flew into the line and got caught up in it. So we went to save it, and then it disappeared, and I thought, Christ, it's gone under. But then I saw it flying off, or I saw a bird flying off, and seeing there's no seagull wrapped around my reel, I think that was the bird that flew off. Anyhow, I asked wife to grab the camera, and she needs more training. Come on then, girl. You're on camera. Are you alright? Watch her flump down in that chair.
I stood all in my skirt, tripping myself over. And I hadn't had my shoes on properly.
Oh, not your hobbit feet. So yeah, no, all's good. Seagull's gone. We've had a bit of a giggle. And I'll not get my tea tonight, will I? And shame really, because it was Yorkshire's. She was going to have another go.
Next time we have Yorkshires, you've got to cook them.
Well,
So we won't be having them.
today ain't going too well. Today, it took me a while to get this one rod rigged up. It's I had a row with someone into Nevertown because she was stupid. It was a passing point and she just drove past it. And then she was saying to me, I can't get through. I was like, I can. So had some polite words there.
Not really.
What?
Not really.
I had some polite words there. And I pulled out the highway code and showed where she had gone wrong. And yeah, don't know what more to say about that, but anyhow, had to unravel a seagull. They're bloody silly, aren't they, these birds? I unravelled a seagull when we were in Galston the other week, and saved that life. So be back in a bit. Still got bait on it. Top book that has. I'm going to get rid of that rig and I'm going to try a different rig. But I just had that rig tied on my boot then. Right, well, where are we at? I think we're on the 4th or 5th cast now, and we've got a bomber rig out there with 2 black lug on, squid. I'm going to prep up some baits, retire this rig with these circlets on because they get on my wick at times, unless you've got prawn, which I ain't got something to hook it on, so it's just a single bait. Here come another seagull, look. couple of claps and it went up. So yeah, I've got one out short just down here and one out short there because that's my casting, short. And I ain't really got a lot in me today. We're going to go into Whitehaven. We'll get some fuel because my fuel gauge is not working. So what we do is, once we've done 100 mile and we've done about 150, I go top up. But every time we top up, it's 20 odd quid, isn't it, Pat? I never knew you could go so far on 20 quid. So we're going to fill up there, get something to eat. Oh, what's for tea tonight? Right. Well, we might just get a burger or something. Well, we've got sandwiches, haven't we, Don?
Got a little picnic.
So yeah, don't forget, if you're out in the sun for longer than 15 minutes, put some sun cream on. Don't do what I did yesterday and put sun cream on at the beginning and think that'll do, and by the time you get back you're a bit hot.
Like 4 hours later.
Like 4 hours later. Because you've got to put it on regular, but I don't put that down as my fault because my wife used to have a handbag and we used to put everything in the handbag. We'd have everything, but then somebody decided she was fed up carrying the handbag, so then the handbag has disappeared.
That's all I need. Everything else is yours.
So we don't have the handbag now, which then that just means I'll get, you know, I ain't got me inhaler, ain't got my bloody steroid tablets for hay fever, ain't got my sun cream.
You ain't dead yet, are you?
No, but it'll come in time, won't it?
Well, you know.
I don't want to get skin cancer. Look, all these pink marks on my arms. People say they're sunspots, but they ain't. That'll be where the skin cancer will be.
Always look on the bright side,
Well,
wouldn't you?
should have had more cream. So I've got the cream today. I'm going to keep spraying it on. And I also forgot my bloody hat, didn't I? I thought if I take my hat out of my fishing bag, I'll go fishing and I'll not have my hat. Then we go out for a drive and go walking along the coast to coast path at St Bees, and I realise I ain't got my bloody hat. So it's my ears that get it, because I don't know if you noticed, but my ears stick out and they get sunburnt. Doctor said to me, make sure you put cream on them or a hat.
Yeah, I've just done both.
It's nice, isn't it? What's the time? Oh, we don't know the time because I ain't got my phone.
I've got mine.
I ain't got my phone.
The time is 12:37.
Give that here and put it on camera so I can take some pictures. And you can send me them, can't you? What's the time?
12:37.
It's 12:37. We've got an hour and a half before I. It's very leisurely coming in as well. What are you doing?
Take that out of the case for you and don't drop it.
Why?
Because it's not got a mark on it.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Give it to you and it could end up bloody scratched and cracked.
Right, now then, we'll get a picture of the train when it comes past. You hold it. Watch it, ain't got a crack on it. Right. Saying highlight added all the time, this GoPro. Look, it's just there, it's just absolute pants.
Probably because it's so bright.
Well, it's got to be doing something for the camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just flashing all the time, highlight added. Let's see it flashing. Never done that in its life.
What does it say?
Well, it just says highlight added. I bet you it'll go on the films will come out rubbish, won't they? I hope not. What are you going to do though when it's rough?
Send you.
What, the car?
Shopping list.
So you'd go out to sea on a boat, not knowing anything about it.
Well, no, it'd be your job.
So you're happy to send me on the boat to Whitehaven to get the shopping,
Yeah.
and then walk up that hill to Morrison's, when you could just drive to it?
No, because there's Tesco's just there on the waterside.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't shop in Tesco's, do we?
Well, you'd have to. Or you just do click and collect, and they bring it to you, and that'd be even more better, wouldn't it?
I leave my rods down there, don't I?
Well, I wouldn't thought so, because the water's coming in.
No, because the sun's there. I'm getting dazzled all the time. Let's start flashing that thing up now. Do you reckon it's because it's in the sun? I'm moving my tripod down there. Right, I'm moving my tripod down there. That's what I'm doing.
Go on then.
What are you doing, Pat?
Sitting here.
You what?
Sitting here.
Doing what?
Nothing.
Why don't you bait my next rig up?
No. Why do I?
Right, now I'm going to get this sorted and all.
You sorted yet?
Oh, jeez.
Take this bloody round, haven't you?
Right, move my rods down there because the sun's up there. I can now look at them. We nearly got ready fishing. I've only been here, what, an hour? Hour and a half, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Just getting about ready. I've got to move my bucket now. Well, I'll tell you something. Nevertown in the sun is a nice, pretty place. It's even when the sun's behind a cloud, it's still all right and bright, isn't it? On a winter's day, if you go through all the videos on YouTube and find Nevertown, there'll be one in winter. Elle's fished there during winter, and yeah, it looks cold and nasty, same as anywhere. But when that's all you've seen, we came here last year, didn't we, Pet?
Yeah.
And
Stop there.
didn't stop. Saw that you could fish it. I think it was low water at the time, wasn't it?
I think so.
Saw all this shingle and just thought I don't really want to walk on it. But we walked down it today and it wasn't too bad. I thought it'd be harder than what it was. But I
Just
kept
that's
going.
like when your husband doesn't help you, you just stand there and laugh.
So anyhow, it's a nice place to fish. If you're up in the Lake District, come and check it out and see what you think. We just didn't have time to get to Silloth, and I don't think we're going to do Silloth this week now. Don't seem, normally there's about an hour, but every day the tides move on about an hour, but here it's something like 40 minutes this week anyhow on these set of tides. So I don't know what all that's about, whether that's what's normal for up there, I don't know. Must be crashing up there to get this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're fishing on a shingle bank with cobbles and all sorts of other stones. It's quite steep going down. Let's see if it's got some fish in it. Reminds me of another beach. Just looking at it and being on it, you know. My rig's over there, Petal. Don't forget that.
What other beach?
Chesil. Shingly with a steep front in it.
Well, so's what's that beach at Norfolk that you did?
Salt House.
In fact, I think they were higher than that.
Yeah, where it goes down. There you go. Anyhow, there you go. why I'm setting them. Don't know why I'm setting them, because the bloody crabs. These are nice worms. So this is the bomber rig. But the baits are just getting stripped. Shame really. Oh, for I'm tired today. I keep getting a little bit of potty mouth. I do apologise. I don't swear very often, really, to be honest. It's quite unnatural to me. If you ever see Shane Begbie, Holderness Codfather, check him out. Ask him, he'll soon tell you whether I swear or not. Isn't that right, Pet?
Absolutely. Goes to church every Sunday as well.
Yep. But only in weddings, funerals, baptisms. Considering nobody talks to us, we don't do many of them, do we?
Talks to us or talks to you?
Right, baited up. I expect it's time for me to reel it in. I've just baited up. I expect the crabs have nicked the bait off what I've just chucked out. But I'm having a sit down. Something on the beach here. What on earth is that? Let's go have a quick look. Roof and felt, the look of it. There's some sort of rubber. Right. What do you think to it so far, Pet?
No?
It's nice. Is the fishing exciting?
I can't control myself.
She can't control herself.
Words fail me.
Words fail her. Oh, this bloody box!
Pulling out of the box now.
Won't reach the floor now. Oh, that's better. That's solid now. Well, I'm watching these rods because I think I've got crabs. That's what the problem is, we've got crabs. Well, wife's gone to get my phone out of the van because I just realised that, which is good of her, the time I got there and get back with my hip, I'll be buggered. And it's me that's got to drive them, so. The rod's still just tapping every now and then a little bit, so it's just crabs I think plucking the meat off. I sprayed up with some more suntan oil. Weird, isn't it? I always use suntan oil all the time, but after poor old Sean Locke leaving the world along with other people, you then realise that suntan oil is very important. And I do use suntan oil, but as everybody else in the world and UK, you put some suntan oil on and then you don't put any more on for the rest of the day, do you? So right, that highlight is being added at the minute on there, so I'm checking it out when I get them. Now going to reel this one in, hook back up and chuck out short. Baits are stripped. Well, that was just a short chuck out, wasn't it? So got to see if they're in close or if they're out far. So I've got a one up, one down rig now. got small little tiny crab hooks on, which are tiny. We've got black lug and squid on one, and on the other one we've got squid strip, and on the top hook we've got a squid head. Wife's back now. Expect her feet ache and her legs ache. We did go for a hooge trek yesterday. We said we'd never walk in the lakes again. Then we went for a walk. Did a walk that we'd never done before really, walking along the shore like that. We've done it once before, but we just walked up a hill and back. We literally walked along the coastline on this one, so look at that, it's jellyfish here. Yeah. He needs to go out to sea, doesn't he? See them jellyfish quite a lot along this coast. We've seen them where they've been littered on the beach. Not very nice. I'm sure they're not dead, but they will be on the beach. But they're just big round saucers, just like a big round dinner plate. I do hope this is filming. I'm not going to go on about it, but that highlight added is showing again.
Is it jellyfish?
The you know, them big dinner plate ones. Hopefully it won't get washed up. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and reset this. I said I'd do it the other day but didn't. But then I did check that one and it was all alright thinking about it, so hopefully it'll be fine. What was that like, Pet?
It's alright. There's plenty of crab shells up there.
Yeah, I know, I saw
And
them.
legs, and there's a fish carcass as well, which has been picked clean.
Big dogfish.
And shotgun pouches, which is really good.
Shooting seagulls.
But yeah, your phone was
Hot?
no,
Oh right, so it didn't fall and hit the floor then?
No. No.
So it's done the connection for charging some good then?
Yeah, great. Have you caught anything in the time I've been
When you
gone?
pulled it out, did you feel it click?
Yeah.
Oh, it's alright. No, I ain't caught anything. And yeah, no, I've caught nothing. It's just one of them things though.
Right, let's film it.
Right, that's been out 5 minutes, hasn't it, Pet?
Yeah.
5 minutes, 8 at the most, and it's stripped.
All them done. See all them?
What?
See all them?
What?
Birds.
Yeah.
Still going, look, still going.
Well, I walked down there 10-20 yards and I cast it to the left as well, under instruction from the wife. And let's see what happened. It was good overhead thump as well, to be honest. Everything went okay with it. Let go at the right time. I suspect I look like a bloody kid with an ice cream. But yeah, the cast was good, it went out. On there was a pulley dropper with a pennel, and I had 4 squid heads that I loaded onto a baiting needle, wrapped them all up, so it's one big long bait. See if there's any crabs there. We'll cast the next one to the right as well. Get demoralised with that. I've I've not ever had a fishing trip like this, Matt.
Tide's on its way out though, isn't it? Because it's not coming up so high, is it?
Well, I've never experienced crabs like this before. It's either that or there's a lot of tiny little fish out there stripping the baits. No, they didn't come fishing today. I was going to go tomorrow. But I thought, no, said I was going to go today. This means I might go on Friday, which will be a challenge, but never mind. Makes you think, doesn't it? Do I go in the next venue, somewhere where you're possibly going to catch something like Whitehaven Pear? Or do I go to, was it Flitswick? What? What? Fleswick. Fleswick Bay. That's fine, just that'll do, for God's sake. It was just up there a bit, wasn't it? So yeah, go to Fleswick Bay. But I'll tell you now, I'm absolutely knackered from the walking we did yesterday. Two old podgers like us, and yeah, I went all the way down St Bees Head. So on my Facebook page, Verns. No, it's Verns Fishing. Verns Fishing. Verns Sea it is. But yeah, you'll see it on there. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do it next year now because I need a 12-foot rod, I think. And there's a load of lobster pops out on that get down. And I don't want to cast short of that, because if I cast short of that, I'll probably be straight into the rocks. Hence, the lobster pots are there. But it's nice there. We're having an absolute cracking day. It's relaxing. But by God, sometimes you just wish for a bite, don't you? There is absolutely nothing happening, and within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then baits are stripped. We'll see how long the 4 squid heads last down there. I've cast it right to the left. I've had it in short. I've had it out as long as I can throw it. I've had it to the left, had it to the right, and short as in 10 to 15 meters. I've had squid and black lug, got a cart as well. Just don't last. Now where we come from, you'll catch a hound on a squid. You'll also catch a ray on a squid. I'm sure they aren't that much different over this side of the country, so maybe they are, but anyhow, we're catching the sun rays out, and then it'll be trek along this beach, back to the village, and back to the pub, because I'll need to drown me sorrows after this one. It was hard work at Bootle. I nearly decided to go to Sailcroft again, but then I thought to myself, no, because you'll have Sailcroft twice on your videos and people will moan. Well, I probably should have just gone there. I only caught the one tope, and that was exactly the same as this. There was nothing happening, apart from at Sailcroft, all our baits were coming back whole. So even though we were pulling them back in, that was still fishing. Here, within 5-10 minutes, your bait's gone. Anyhow, I best watch these rods. I don't think there's much point watching the rods. I think they'll just do whatever they're going to do and the crabs will fill the bellies. But I will turn around now, turn this off, bait these two rigs up with some more luscious squid, and we'll take it from there. And here comes another train. So it's see you in a minute from me, and it's see you in a minute from wifey.
Bye.
Please tell me, could you see? No, it's just hooked.
Bloody great big fish.
I don't want it snagged up, because that'll just ruin the day, won't it?
Maybe got a giant fish on the end of it.
Tell you what, either the hook, the weight is digging in, or there's a lot of seaweed on it. There's something on it. Come loose now. That was about as exciting as it's got done.
Well, you hadn't reeled it in yet, you might have a giant fish on the end of it. There you go, what'd I tell you?
It was a load of seaweed. There was 4 squid heads on that, bait elastic.
Maybe the crab's like.
I'll tell you what, the bait elastic has gone. There's a bit of bait elastic round this up.
The crab's been well fed today.
And I bait elastic all round that up, all up this line and round this hook. And the bait elastic's all gone apart from a tiny bit. So thank you, crabs. Jellyfish is down there.
What, still in the water?
No, it's not in the water now. We'll chuck it in the water. I'll be back in a minute. So what we've got here, we've got a jellyfish. See it? There. Give him a chance. He might already be dead, mightn't he? And that's why he's ended up on the shoreline. And he's been left behind, but tide's going out, it might take him out, mightn't it? Once the tide go right shallow there, he'll be stranded anyhow, but he's got a second chance, hasn't he? If you're wondering if it stung me, you'll not ever know, because when I turn this camera off, I'm going to bury my head in my wife's shoulder and cry my eyes out. But I'm holding it back, I'm holding it back. Right, well, this fishing session, it's been bloody hard work as a fishing session for catching. Fishing wise, yeah, I've done exactly what it says on the tin. Could have changed my baits a bit sooner, but I've been up and down, and today was meant to be come to a nice beach like this, as you can see, and it was meant to be relaxing. But It was hard work. Talk about the robbers that are out there thieving my bait. So I've got them casts out. I might reel them in and bait them up again and cast out once more, but then that's going to be it. We ain't ending the video yet. You're still going to have to listen to my dulcet tones. And here comes another train, look. None of them sound the horn. I wave frantically, let's just say that. Ignorant. If I was a train driver, I'd be going toot toot. Of course they're allowed. There's people that go on bridges, isn't there, on YouTube, and they got a camera pointing at the face while they wave at the train. I think they're special. And I look special there on the beach waving like this, because that's what I'm like. I put the effort in. I'm like that. No toot toot. Anyhow, it's been hard work on the catching side. But as fishing, you aren't guaranteed to catch, but after Bootle I thought I might catch here. Come to a nice beach. Tide's coming up quite a way. Tide came up to here. So I was in a good metre and a half, metre and 3/4 of water. You'd like to think there was something out here. I've got beds of rocks over there, here, down there. You know, so there's loads of features in the water, and I'm fishing in between the rocks on sand. So I didn't want to get snagged up. But I'm fishing near these places, which are fish attracting areas, but with no joy. So it's just one of them things. It's been another great session on this beach. Well, and it's been the first session, hasn't it, Pet? It's been another great day of our holiday, I meant to say. Soaking up some sun, laying on the beach dozing, because you're giving up with your rods. But anyhow, next time you see me, I'll bait these rigs up that are on. I'm going to put these ones away, and we'll just take it from there. I'll tell you what, that goes dark there, down. That goes light again there. Might just be that thing trying to bounce the light out, innit? Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I've saved the blank. What is it? It's what's been... I want my glasses in so I can see. Did you? The wife has just said, do you want your glasses so you can see it? Ah. Well, I ain't got a clue what it is. But I got a rough idea. It might be. Now, I thought it was a weaver fish, which I'd have been quite happy with. But it's not a weaver fish. Bit of man wearing there. It's not a weaver fish, I think it's a blenny. So I had small enough hooks to catch that. There we go. Am I so pleased to see that? That was the last reel in. I might have another throw out and see if I can catch another one. Look at that, Pet. See that? Little tiny blenny. Absolutely fantastic. I've never caught one of these before. And today I have. I came all the way to Nevertown to catch myself a blenny. Now, some people come here to catch a hound or a ray. Now, why would you want to catch a hound or a ray when you can catch one of these all the time? So let's get her in the bucket. I think they can actually live out of water for a bit, can't they? I'm not going to catch it in the bucket, am I? Oh yeah, I am. Right, so here we go. One last show. Let's just check that we're filming. There we have it. One little blenny. So I'll go return that now. Does that look big like that? Actually, my arms are aching carrying that. So yeah, let's go return it. Remember, he can fight another day. What a saying. Right, let's get him returned. One blenny. His gills are going. They must be able to breathe outside for quite a while. Oh, it's been absolutely demoralising. It's been nice being there. So it's been a really nice day. Sun's out, nice and warm. Wife's got a bit of tan. Trying to get me excited, she is. And if it's in a blenny, yeah, let me know. Might be a greater blenny or a littler blenny, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's one of them fish that suck onto the rocks. And then I was feeding them all the other day at Salton Bay. Chuck them all my old bait in and they were clearing it up. But it's those little buggers, because I've watched them and they've been going at my bait, haven't they? So it's been probably a mixture of crabs and them little fish. And I guess that's what you get by fishing around all these rock pools. Same thing was happening at Bootle as well. But at least we got one of the little suckers and it saved my day. So yeah, I'll probably put one rod away and chuck one out. And then reel that in and put that away. See you in a bit. Look how clear the water is. And the sand's just there, look. But wifey's up there getting burnt to a toast. Look at her, she looks like a lobster. I told her to put some suntan oil on, but she hasn't put any on. Bloody idiot. So yeah, Nevertown, and in them huts there, there's a village of probably about 400 yards back, but obviously you must have people living on here in these huts, and all the way down there. I don't know if they're summer, you know, summer beach houses or what, but some of them have got huge brick walls around them. You alright? Just show everyone the water, how clear it was. You can let me know if it's slow fishing when the water's clear like that. In our neck of the woods, you want it like bloody Bistou gravy. You want some colour in it. I don't know if it affects hair. But you know, if there's no colour in the water. There's been a chap and his kids down there feathering, and they didn't catch anything, so there's no mackerel there. Well, there was no mackerel in that bit. Well, I'm just setting them blennies or goobies, whatever. They aren't goobies because that's what you get in a fish tank, isn't it? Blennies. Don't forget to let me know what that fish is. I'll have a look also, but I'll probably forget. But what desperation that is, isn't it, eh? What are you laughing at?
At least put your glasses on. Did
Yeah.
it look bigger?
It did look bigger when I put my glasses on. It was the size of my hand.
Was it? Not both hands then, like that?
No, not like that other thing.
No.
Like that.
No, nothing's that big.
Anyhow, yeah, what desperation it is to claim that, but I'm afraid to say my fishing is desperation. And yeah, wouldn't it have been nice if I'd got 20 of them from the first cast? That would have been good, wouldn't it?
No, because you'd have been moaning and gone, oh, that's another one.
No, I wouldn't. Did you say you saw a seal?
No.
Oh, right. Oh, here come the boys on the bikes.
No, the other side of it.
So anyhow, yeah, bit of desperation, but I'm claiming it anyhow. That's my first. That was a fish, definitely a fish. I think they'd be quite hard to catch. I thought it was a weaver fish to start with, and thought, here we go. I'll have to get my towel out and be very careful. But yeah, I'm chuffed to bits I caught that actually. I would have thought you'd need a small little tiny rod and line and a float in a rock pool to catch one of them, but I've caught it in that huge great big expanse of sea. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, Pet. I think that's harder to catch than a hound, and the hounds aren't air, so they're pretty hard to catch. But I think I've done well. So yeah, I'll bring you back in a bit, or I'll be back in a bit, should I say, to reel that rod in, and we'll see what's happening. Having a good time, aren't they? I'm not waving at that train. I'm not waving at it. They don't like me on the trains. Flag them when they're gone, Pet, because they won't pull that chain and stop and get out and beat us up. What are you doing? What's that for? Is that another one to take home? There was a big round one down there, all been rolled about. It was nearly round. Should have picked up and brought it. We normally keep the round ones, don't we? Right, let's get this reeled in. See if we've got any bait on it. Obviously it weren't so much crabs then, was it?
You just had the wrong hooks on.
What, do you think I should have had size 4 hooks on and keep catching them? You'd have caught them, wouldn't you? Because I've just caught it on that one hook, hadn't I?
You just don't know what you're doing.
Well, I'm either hooked up here. Oh, I just didn't pull that. That felt as though I pulled that out of a huge, great big ray's mouth.
Did it?
Yeah. I think I've just put straight in my hooks.
Nothing.
Little buggers, aren't they? There must be a bed of seaweed out there or something, Pet, because that was round it. That was on it, wasn't it? You got that. You had that at Bootle as well, didn't you? Seaweed. Remember I showed you that growing out the sand?
Yeah. Well, you haven't done too bad.
No, it hadn't been a blank.
You caught a seagull
Yeah, I caught
and a little fish.
I forgot about that. I'll tell you what, if they are blennies, and that's what I'm calling it, if I'm wrong, let me know. They absolutely clean your hooks up fantastic, don't they, Pet? Look, lugworm on there, gone. Fish on there, gone. You ain't got a chance out there. They must be on your bait straight away, eating it, aren't they? Yeah, this, I don't think this is a high water mark, Pet. I think this would be better at low. Not saying it don't fish at high, but with what we've had today, how's that got caught round there? In all honesty, how the heck has that got caught round there? This is sorry. The joy of a Gemini link clip. Look at that. The line's gone through the bloody thing. And will it come out? Now will it, Al? That's this snood wreck now. Have I got any more snood making stuff? No. Yeah. Because that went in easy, didn't it? Absolutely fantastic. It wouldn't have gone through by the hook because I've got a sequin on it. I'm falling out of love with these Gemini rig clips, and I ain't going to any others until I've totally fell out of love with them, because I've got shed loads. Ow, ow. Why can't they have 4 strokes like they used to years ago? Because they used to sound really deep and fruity, boom, 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 like that. And then
You moaning again?
no, I ain't. No, I like motorbikes. A bit like a baby though, isn't it? Everybody loves a baby, don't they, until they start crying and they, oh, take it away. That time, was it Tanisha? It was Tanisha, wasn't it? And I just got up and shut the door. She wasn't a baby, was she?
What are you talking about?
Do you remember when she was just creating, weren't she?
She was having a paddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she wasn't little, was she?
No, we put her.
How
on
old was she?
We put her on the naughty step.
Yeah, we put her on the naughty step, so she knew what she was doing. She's bloody being naughty. So, Tanisha, you never used to have to. After a certain length of time, we used to say, "Where you going?" Because we'd be telling her off, and she'd say, "I'm taking myself to the naughty step, and I'm going to sit there." So she used to end up taking herself to the naughty step, But one time she's given, I put her on naughty step, and she was still giving us some bloody lip. Yeah, so don't think she weren't in the cradle. She was old enough. So she was on the naughty step, and she was still giving some lip for some reason. And I just went up to the front
Takes
room.
after you.
I just went up to the front room door. Will you be quiet?
You start my thing.
And I went up to the front room door, and I guess you know where it's going. And I just closed it because I was fed up listening to her. Gareth says, I can't believe you've done that. I said, she's all right. I think she thought that if she took herself to the naughty step, she could get off it when she wanted as well. Didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the session. I've just put the reel away. I've just got the rod to put away. Put all my gear away. Sort all the bags out. And then we're going to pick all the stuff up and vacate the area. Back to the van. Back to our village. And straight to the pub, I think. Spaghetti bolognese for tea tonight. But the wife's already cooked them in. So I only need to put it in warming up, I think. And spaghetti putting on, so we'll have that when we get home. Probably have 2 pints. I keep saying we'll only have one, but the first one doesn't touch the sides really. Yeah, high water mark. Is this good? I don't know. First time I've fished it. I have noticed, and you might know this, that as soon as I cast out, the baits are being stripped. I thought they were being stripped for crabs, but I think it's a mixture of crabs and those blennies, those little fish. But I think it's just those little fish, to be honest. Out here, you can see this rock bed over there now. There's rock beds all round there with clean sand in between. So it's just the way it is. Let this train go by. I'll just end up staring at the train, you see, and there'd be deadly silence, and that's just a nightmare for Tom to keep editing. But I'll probably just rattle on there and do the same thing anyhow. But anyhow, if you've got this far, so then yeah, that's this is high water mark. I would say a low water mark it'd be good because you're past all these little tiny fish. And I expect on its day, if the fish are in, and they can actually get to your baits and your hooks, you'll catch fish here. I expect it's a good place. But first impressions, lovely beach, lovely place to fish, but it's been hard work because the baits have been getting stripped. Another day will be different. Next year we'll have another go, shall we? We'll see what it's like. But next year I definitely want to go to Silloth. So if you've got this far, thanks a lot. Please consider subscribing, click the bell for notification, and please share my videos to get me out there a bit more. Perhaps I've got all 2,860 people that like Verns fishing, I don't know, but if you can share the videos, that'd be great. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. So it's goodbye from me, and I'll probably see you on a beach next time, or could be a rock mark. So what do you say, Pet?
Fine.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Right. Say anything to the kids for when you're dead, for them to look back and say that was my mum?
Well, they know I'm their mum.
Yeah, I know they know you're your mum,
Love me more
but
than you, so
yeah, but when you're gone, you can't torture them, can you? You could torture them now. What do you want to say? Say Chelsea stinks and Tanisha you're a moody.
No,
No.
no,
What are you going to say then?
nothing at the minute.
Nothing at the minute. She can say nothing at the minute. Right, so that's the end of this at Nevertown on a beautiful 23rd or 24th? 25th of course it was. Should realise that. It's Dad's birthday yesterday. So it's the 25th of August. It's goodbye from Nevertown. It's goodbye from me. And it's goodbye from Wifey. See you on the rocks or on the beach. Are you alright?